Hey, Ali here, and we're about to get started with the Growing Edge Inspiration here live at the Sati Center. And so welcome. If you're tuning in from Facebook, great. And for those of you that are about to join in person at the Sati Center for our deep dive into this amazing opportunity at this time of year to focus on what we're grateful for. This week of Thanksgiving, this week of coming together with family and loved ones to celebrate everything that we're grateful for. I'm so glad that you're tuning in today to get a little bit of spiritual inspiration. It's our desire here at the Sati Center at the Growing Edge that we offer some spiritual food, a time to connect heart to heart, even though we're not in person. This is an opportunity for us, you, me, and everyone that's watching, to be in the comfort of our home or be out and about in the world, wherever you might be, and take 15 minutes to tune in to a group of people here at the Sati Center that are really, really inspired to support spiritual evolution, spiritual growth, and a deeper sense of human connection, a sense of belonging, a sense of life is good, and that we may not know each other directly, but we are a community that can support one another. And we meet every Sunday here on Facebook Live through the Sati Center, which is our Facebook page, and you can find that, the Sati Center in Ogden, Utah. And so it's our intention to offer this Growing Edge inspiration every Sunday at 10:15 Mountain Time. For those of you that, for whatever reason, don't have a spiritual community or don't feel like going out, but want to have a connection, want to listen to some words of inspiration and to maybe connect in a more tangible way with individuals that are interested in metaphysics, interested in self-empowerment. And so I'm seeing that some of you are joining in, so I'm just going to wave hi at you. And then at 10:15 Mountain Time, we'll get started. So, yeah, good morning and welcome, and I'd love to hear from you. So if you have a comment, if you'd like to share with us what you're thinking, or as I get going on my message, which is titled Countless Blessings, as I get going with that message, that you actually interact. I'd love to hear from you. We'd love to be able to know what you're thinking and bring your questions, your comments into this Satya Live community. So we've been doing this now for a month, I think it's a month. We're on our 4th Sunday, and so this is for you, this is for us. We get to create a community, an online community that will become whatever it needs to become to serve whoever is showing up, whoever wants to be involved. So hi Michael Benjamin and Kelly Richin and Ben Hill and Heather. Good morning. Just check and see what time we have here. We've got 1 more minute until we actually go live with the message. So again, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. If you know of people, individuals that can't leave their home for some reason and would like to benefit from having a spiritual message, some inspiration on Sundays, then please share the name, the Satya Center. That's our Facebook name, the Satya Center, SATYA, and have them tune in every Sunday at 10:15 Mountain Time. That's when we offer Growing Edge inspiration. So I think it's time to go. It's 10:15. I'm Ali Benjamin, and I'm so inspired to be able to connect with not only the Satya community, which is our home community here in Ogden, Utah. We are a science of mind-based community, metaphysics, new thought. We offer this every Sunday, not only to support our community here in Ogden, but to support our bigger community that we're growing. every week. We had almost 400 views of our video last week. And so I know that these videos, this inspiration, this message is supporting many. So today we wrap up a series of talks based on our theme of the month, which is attitude of gratitude. And all month long, we've been reading and studying from a book called The Little Book of Gratitude by Dr. Robert Emmons. And so today I'm going to wrap up, kind of conclude these teachings and share some very powerful but very practical ways that you can take this amazing teaching around gratitude out to the streets, out to your family, out to your community. So I know that as we dive in together, as you get comfortable and sort of relax wherever you are and take a couple of breaths and truly tune in, maybe close your eyes for a second and tune in to the heart space. That place within you where you connect with the divine, where you connect with truth, where you connect with love. That place within you where you experience peace. Irregardless of what's going on around you, deep within you, deep within all of us, there is peace, there is love, there is joy, there is gratitude. So as we tune in today, as we become fully present and available to that which is seeking to be experienced by you, by me, by all of us, we simply open up and know that whatever is seeking to be revealed is revealed with crystal clarity. And whatever is seeking to be released is released with great gratitude. And whatever is seeking to be activated, implemented, and integrated into our awareness, into our lives, is done so with joy and enthusiasm, confidence, strength, and unconditional love. Taking a breath and being here now. So again, welcome everyone. Countless Blessings is the title of today's talk. There's inspiration from the very growing edge. And what the growing edge is, it implies that each of us is at the very leading edge, the very green growing edge of our own becoming, of our own unfoldment. And as we realize this, as we realize that what's to come is yet to be created, and what's to come is greatly influenced by the quality of our thinking and the quality of our actions. So as we recognize the fact that we are at the green growing edge of our own becoming, the green growing edge of our next iteration of ourselves, that we absolutely, through the thoughts we think, we absolutely influence how we experience life. So it's really wonderful and powerful to have that realization, to realize that responsibility, to know that our experience is greatly influenced by the quality of our thoughts. One of the most powerful energies is the energy of gratitude. And gratitude, whilst it's good to have an attitude of gratitude, most importantly for us as spiritual beings having this human experience, is to have a practice of gratitude, an ongoing, everyday moment of living gratitude. It's like praying without ceasing. We've heard that term. This attitude of gratitude is something we do without ceasing, because an attitude of gratitude, a practice of gratitude, is the way that we stay in that vibration, that we commune with the divine, that we interact with the field, with the matrix, with this incredible network of thoughts, ideas, feelings, invisible infrastructure. And as we in our human form adapt and develop not only attitudes of gratitude, but practices of gratitude. It says in the Bible to be grateful in all things. Notice it doesn't say grateful for all things, because we can't be grateful for all things when things could be falling apart in our lives, when we could be losing our loved ones, when we could be coming to the end of a job or a relationship. There are things in our lives that we don't necessarily feel very grateful for. But as the sacred text says, to have gratitude in the midst of all things. And having that energy of gratitude is such a blessing. In this beautiful little book, the Little Book of Gratitude, Dr. Emmons suggests that there's 3 stones of gratitude. And the first stone is joy. And so when we uncover this idea of within us, within this moment, I can choose joy, that says I'm going to look for the good in the world. I'm going to look around in my life, no matter what's happening, even if it's in the appearance of transitions or change or something we don't like, we can not be grateful for it, but we can bring gratitude into that moment and feel the joy of simply being alive. We can ask, even in the most difficult times, we may not be feeling very grateful, or we may not feel much joy, but we can ask ourselves at a deeper level, what is this for me? What is this moment for me? And is there something to be learned here? So it may not be big joy, but there could be a sort of a contentment in knowing that there's something here in this difficult situation that can feed me, that can support me, that I can grow from. So we ask ourselves in this, receiving this first stone, this idea of joy, we get to look for the joy in the world. And that's a practice, that's a gratitude practice. The next one is grace. So we've got joy, and now we have grace. Grace is receiving the good. So grace, one of my teachers said that grace is defined for her as God or Spirit or the universe infusing itself into our lives in spite of ourselves. So there's this sense of grace that is all around us all the time. And when we see the good, we see the joy in the world, and then we receive the countless blessings that the universe is always providing us. When we see that life is for us, that we don't have to earn it, we don't have to do something to receive the joys, the goods, the value, the content of life. We simply get to say, yes, I'm open, I'm receptive, I'm available, and I can be open to receiving all the good that is mine. And this goes across the board for every being. We all get to tune in to that dimension of grace, to that dimension of what is happening in the world and how I can say yes to it and fully be open to receive it. So joy, grace, and then the third stone is love. And so love is giving back. Love is, we come to this place of deep love for life and deep motivation to bring forth out into the physical world our gifts, our talents, and our treasures. So it's joy, looking for the good, grace, receiving the good, and then love, giving that good back into the world. And so this is really the fundamental order of the universe, is this continuous flow. And in the book it's labeling it gratitude, but it's just the flow of life. And when we can look for the good, receive the good, and extend the good, and keep this circular motion, I think of that infinity symbol, we just keep this thing going. It's how life becomes life. It's in being available to life, it's being open to life, it's being receptive to life, it's being vulnerable to life. And when we are that open, that connected, that vulnerable, that willing to give of ourselves, it makes life so wonderful, so juicy, so vibrant. And so today here at the Satya Center, right after we finish this Facebook Live interaction, we break out into small groups. And so maybe you, if you've got someone that you're living with, or someone you're going to be spending time with today, or you have kids, you might like to involve them in this deeper dive, this interactive gratitude conversation. And so some of the questions that we're going to be exploring here after this Facebook Live session is, what doesn't need healing or fixing in your life? What doesn't need fixing? So quite often we're tuned in to what's wrong, what needs fixing, what I need to make better. So that's not the direction that someone that lives in joy and gratitude, that's not their mindset. The mindset of someone that experiences deep joy and deep gratitude is, what is working well in my life? This is counting our blessings. This is countless blessings. So spend some time today, this afternoon. For those of us here at Satya, we're going to be breaking out into groups and having this deeper discussion now. What is working well in your life? And make a list of those things. And start to talk about those things. And start to become that person that is always broadcasting what is working well. So have an amazing day today. I hope this has spiritually served you. If you'd like to support this Growing Edge inspiration, you can see down in the comments there's a number that you can text give to. You'll have to set up an account the first time. This is a secure place to be able to give to where you're being spiritually fed. And if this message is spiritually feeding you, thank you for your donations. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And I leave you with this affirmation today. So take a moment, close the eyes, and tune in. I choose to unlock the fullness of my heart and take the power of gratitude to the streets. So I'm going to say it again. So I want you to listen, and I'd love you to repeat. So the first part is, I choose to unlock the fullness of my heart and take the power of gratitude to the streets. I choose to unlock the fullness of my heart and take the power of gratitude to the streets. So there you go. Take your joy, take your grace, and take your love and circulate all that you are with all that is. Namaste, peace and blessings. I love you, cheering you on here from Ogden, Utah at the Satya Center. Mwah. Bye-bye.